Good afternoon. It's March 4th, 2026, and today we had an up day. Um, Mostly an up day, but after we hit this measured move, it was pretty sideways. And it looked like, to me, it felt like we were going to break out to the high side, which I'll get into later, but it just didn't happen. So early on, yesterday into this morning, we had this sell off. And I think it was on the 6500 tick chart. Something about it, it just looked like, okay, I think when we broke out, oh yeah, it was this. Okay, so when we broke out to the high side, we pulled back and tested it. Um, it didn't create a body gap, but we bounced right at the bodies of these two bars. And so I was like, okay, I think the market's going to try and hit a measured move. Um, And so, I'll try and flip back between the two charts, but this is a great entry right here. And unfortunately, you're not going to get the measured move, um, but you would still make some money off that. I like that because of this bounce. I just thought, it looks like it's bouncing maybe near a midline. I was like, okay, I think the market's going to try and hit a measured move. So, my target was about 68.80. If you enter there, that's a 43-point move. So you wouldn't have got it here. I'd probably, after two bear bars or so, maybe you get like 6 points of profit. But, if you're still looking for that, then you get a higher low double bottom right here. And you pretty much get that 50-point move. And you get it very quickly. So anyway, let's take a look at this. So, maybe if you're looking at that chart, you get this higher low, boom. And this one would have allowed you to exit much earlier. So here you probably would have gotten, entered at 29 and probably exited, I'd guess, probably right here. So that'd be like a 15-point move, if you put your stop below this bull bar. Um, so, we start going sideways. I think this was okay before market open, but I think, yeah, it lasted into market open. Very much a range. Breakout to the low side shortly after the market opens. And you get like a second leg down, so you get sort of a spike into a bear channel and get a break, move to a new low, and it bounces, and you get a failed second entry short, but it's below the EMA. Then we make a higher low here, and then you make another higher low. So you know, could you take this? I mean, it's a second entry. It doesn't look like a something I'd put an order in, a stop order in for. But I mean, I would like this price level. It's at the 50%. Like if you're going for a target of 68.80, you're at the 50% mark. So that's where you want to place a bet. And maybe you put your stop right here, or right here, or right here. And so at that point, your reward is greater than your risk, and it's a good trade. Very simply. And so indeed, the market went pretty much straight to that before we get a pullback. And you get a spike in channel, spike in bear channel. It's probably something like that. Break, attempt to at a new low, and then boom, we rock it up, make a new high before we sell off. And so then okay, what Al Brooks says is big up, big down, probably a trading range. And that, you know, I think that's a great example. And so you get this little double bottom here. You got two bars, their lows are matching, and then you got a swing low here, and then like a lower low double bottom. So I think that's a pretty decent entry near this level of support. I was bullish. I just thought we were going higher today. We did hit my target, so there's that. But let's see on the daily chart. I thought we were going to test the EMA, which we did not. So came about, I don't know, 8 points short of that, something like that. So we bounce and we come back up here, and there's profit taking, as you can see, and there's a lot of resistance. So this big bear bar, I think, would be worth considering. But you know, there's just a lot of overlap here. It's not very nice to look at. Then you get this big bull bar, so not crazy about that one. Prices are chopping up, and then they sell off, and then chop up. This is not very easy to trade. And at this point, this is when I thought we were going to go higher. Actually, I mean, really, I thought we were going higher in here, but not because of this chart. I think I was looking at the 17,000 tick chart, and you know, we had some support here and the EMA, so I just thought that you know, we were going to go higher, and then this made me very confident. But this 3-bar breakout, but bad follow through, and you do get an II right there. I'll even mark it as a II final flag. That's when you get an II. Okay, and what is an II? So you have this bar, and then you have an inside bar. The bar did not tick lower or higher. And then you get another inside bar, a bar inside the inside bar. That's an II. And very often, not always, it leads to a final flag. So here it actually took a while. We just went sideways. It looked like, oh, maybe this is it. So, you know, you short this bar, but then it goes higher and it stops you out, and then goes sideways. Short this bar, doesn't stop you out. Doesn't stop you out here, but you know, it probably scares you. You get this buy climax. Takes a while to close that gap, but eventually we do. And I mean, shoot, I like look, I like this. I like considering that, but I'm still looking at this trend channel. So the better trade would be this one or this one. And gosh darn, that those are good. This one I'd probably get out after 2 dojis in a row, definitely 3 dojis in a row. This one, that thing drops like a lead balloon very quickly. 88.50 to 78. So it's actually only about a 10-point move, but very very strong move down. So yeah, I was blinded today. I was very biased, so I saw the II final flag, and I went against the principles that I know are often true, and I was still going long and just kept going sideways. Boom. I don't really see. You know, you could consider getting long here. We're so far from the EMA, but the signal bar's trash. It's an inside bar. It's just not the best. And I think you could argue for going short here, second entry short. But there's a lot of overlap, so it's not great. That's pretty much it. So we'll see. Right now, it looks like the breakout of this triangle is starting to fail, which is what I was expecting, and I think we're trying to test 68.95, but we'll just have to wait and see. Hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.